Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Richard and Alice. In the last episode, we learned that Alice had to do something that is incredibly saddening and actually unthinkable, where Barney was sick and she had no way of making him better, so she had to shoot him. She had one bullet and she had to shoot him. Or she decided to. Whether or not she had to, we'll never know because there's no other route, but oh! Excuse me. No. Dozer appearance. Okay. But we're going to play through a little bit more here. Stop it, Dozer. But we are going to play a little bit more here. This episode's probably going to be pretty short, like close to 15 minutes just because I'm running out of time for today. But we'll see what we can get through. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Okay. Computer. We can check it out. I have no idea how to even log into this thing. Any ideas, Alice? How should I know? Fair enough. Okay. Bloodstain. Brick. Oh, fuck. Well, think very carefully before you do anything with that, Richard. What? Oh, nothing. Oh, like beating Alice in the head with it and killing her? A hanged guard. Maybe he has a key card on him? Let's see if he's got anything useful in his pockets. Aha, what's this? A pocket mirror? Huh, not quite what I was hoping for. I guess he liked taking care of his appearance. I guess? Poor guy. Okay. Pocket mirror. Wonder why he has that. It's beyond the lasers. Oh, there's fucking lasers? I thought those were stairs. Okay. We need more mirrors. Okay, so there's a unit with loads of blinking lights. I think they were triggered by the emergency devices. Looks like we weren't the only ones to activate them. Oh, let's smash this. No? Let's smash the computer. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Smash the laser. Smash the guard. What do I do? Can we go underneath them? Put the family picture in the lasers. Okay. I don't know what to do. Oh, smash the mirrors. Damn, there you go. Oh, I'm such a fool. I'm such a fool. I wasted so much time on that. Really, Richard? Putting mirrors over the lasers? I thought that only worked in movies. Not at all. It's a perfectly logical solution. Careful now. Bingo. 1 down, 3 to go. And I have to click on all of them. Awesome. Okay, and awesome. Duh! Jesus, I was looking around for like 5 minutes doing that. Sweet. Okay. Out of here we go. Keypad. Shit, what was it? I only need 1. Richard, what are you talking about? Right, okay, don't freak out, okay? I need to tell you some things. I'm listening. Okay, look, that place I mentioned? Before I put myself in here, I had a bit of a deal going down. Just something that would make life a tiny bit better for a lot of people, but it went slightly south. I gave myself up so I could lie low until this all blew over. There are people on the outside working on it. Everything's fine, don't worry, but we had a man on the inside in this place. Are you shitting on me? No, the plan always was if I needed to get out, it wouldn't be too hard. A carelessly unlocked cell, a hack of the keypad, nobody would ever be able to point the finger. This guy had been feeding us access codes for a while. Why? We did deals with this place too. We're actually not far from the storage bunker. It just made things easier if we could slip in and out unnoticed. He radioed through the code. Sometimes we'd come and trade supplies. So naturally, when I had the opportunity to turn myself in, it was a relief to know there was a friendly face waiting for me in case I did need to get out in a hurry. Wait, so this entire time you've been in here of your own volition? Well, mostly, yeah. I mean, sure, I wanted to face up to what I'd done, but it's a safe place too. You know what they say, the safest in the world. What the hell is this deal you're talking about then? It's not important really. I'll explain properly when we're out. Just supplies and things. Trading, I mean. Christ, it's not like the government bothers anymore, is it? Okay, fine. Punch in the code and we'll get out of here. So, here's the thing. There's a security exploit in this particular lock system. The way it caches the memory, it's possible to make it so any previous access code works. It's pretty simple. Alright, so do it? Well, there's the problem. I don't know any of the access codes. It was alright when there was someone else here I could have asked. Right, so we're stuck here. No, hold on. Let me think. They're only 8 digits long. I must be able to remember one of them. Think, Richard, think. Richard? Yes? Give me the photo. What? Why? Just give it to me. No, why? I don't think you're in a position to be questioning me, are you? Alice, please, it's all I have. Oh, relax, Richard. I'm not going to destroy it. Okay, but I don't understand. Right, let's have a look. 13182220. Alice? Oh, just shut up and unlock the door, Richard. I'm sick of this place. Alice, how long? Just fucking do it. Whoa. We're free. So, what now? We should probably talk. We've done a lot of talking, don't you think? Maybe too much. I don't want to talk right now. I think we should. I know. Alice, you don't seem okay. I mean, I understand, but come on. We're out. I know where we are, I know how to get to safety, and we can work out what to do from there. I know, Richard, it's just, like I say, what now? Back to surviving? Barely making it? Back to doing all those awful things we have to do to survive? Alice, listen. When I was a kid, a really young boy, whenever I used to get really down, when I'd feel really hopeless, my father would take me to one side. And you know what he'd say to me? No. He'd say, Richard, Brussels sprouts survive through the winter. Tomatoes turn to juice. Are you a tomato or a Brussels sprout? And I'd say, Daddy, I'm a Brussels sprout. What, not even a smile? Well, can't win them all, I guess. Let's just go then. That's what the guy that was going to take Barney said to Barney in the church, right? Is Richard's father still alive? You must think I'm a terrible person. I don't think you're a terrible person, Richard. I think the world is a terrible, awful place, and people do terrible things. That isn't what I expected you to say. I didn't think you'd understand. I understood. It's crazy, isn't it? How two lives can collide like snowflakes falling in the wind. Chance encounters, fate, or coincidence? I don't believe in fate at all. You know that. Neither do I. It wasn't how it must have looked. It really wasn't. The people we took in, they wouldn't have survived by themselves. The Polars, they might not have been the nicest of people, but they were providers. They gave them clothes, food, shelter. It could have been worse. A lot worse. And by dealing with them, by trading with them, hell, we helped a whole lot more than we could have done otherwise. So Richard's father probably is alive. Still dealing with the Polars. That's how you see it? You took away their choice, Richard. They starved to death, you know, upstairs. What chance did they have then? That wasn't my fault. Oh God, Alice, you don't understand. I had no choice. It wasn't long after that day in the church. I got tired of running. Turned myself in. I wanted to make up for what Jake and Caleb had done. Oh! He was with those guys, Jake and Caleb, who were in that house that imprisoned the people upstairs? Is that what this is? In the process of getting in the process, get clothes, food, shelter, imprisonment. Safety sounds familiar. Don't try to paint this as self-sacrifice, Richard. You were hiding from the mess you'd caused. You don't understand. If you say so. It was for Sarah and Joss. The Polars, they made sure my family would be taken care of, like, properly. None of this foraged medicine, none of these scraps of food. They helped me get them into the zone. Christ, would have all gotten into zones. This one girl, Lucy, she was our ticket. Caleb and Jake, they fucked things up for a lot of people when they killed her. Did Joss know? Did she know what you'd done for Sarah? No, she suspected. Sarah said some things after the guys did what they did. This guy showed up, this fucking guy. He was looking for Lucy. Before we got to him, he saw Sarah and he told her what we were. He told my little girl her father was a monster. It was over. Then, they took what I'd provided and left. I deserved it. I know I deserve it. None of us deserve any of this. No, that's right. You don't deserve this. Barney didn't deserve this. Barney, Richard, when you say you got to him, if I tried to talk to him, tried to explain, Lucy would have been safe. If he'd only listened. The Polars aren't bad people, Alice. They're just men and women like you and me, doing what they have to do in order to survive. This whole world is chaos. I wonder about that sometimes. Everything's so chaotic, but we were brought together. Our lives intertwined. We were given a second chance. Is that why you brought me here, Richard? For a second chance? So what, you'll keep me safe? I can be your new bargaining chip? What? Alice, it's not like that. I just want to make everything right. Oh, sure, you big, brave men and your desire to right all the wrongs of the world, no matter how many people get hurt in the process. Can you change the weather, Richard? Can you help the people you left to starve? Can you bring Barney back? Don't talk to me about making everything right. I'm sorry. You know me, Alice. You know I'm not a monster, right? Richard? Yeah? Before whatever comes next, before we decide how to proceed, can I ask one thing? Sure. Can I say goodbye? Still have no idea who's really buried here. I don't want to know. I'm sorry. In the end, it didn't change anything. Does it really matter where you're rotting? The earth will swallow you no matter where you are. Alice. Hello, sweetheart. I know Mommy hasn't been to visit in a long time, and I'm sorry. I hope you're okay now, Barney. I hope you're warm and not sick and that you're playing with Daddy. I hope the sun's shining and the snow's all melted and you're looking down and... sob. I hope you're having lots of wonderful adventures with Daddy, and I hope you know that... sob. I love you, Barney. I love you so, so much. I will always love you, and I hope... sob. Sob. I hope you've forgiven me. Mommy will come back and see you soon, Barney. I promise. Huh, I can't believe it was still there. I can. How many bullets? Just the one? Better than nothing. Let's go someplace warmer. I'm tired of the snow. The church? The church. We probably have a lot to talk about. We do. There's something I want to say before we go any further. Yes? The camera switch. Sorry, I'm just really into this. I'm not paying attention to the camera right now. I want you to know I didn't get you to tell me your story because I wanted to find out how much you were aware of. At least not mostly. So she did stumble across what Richard and his gang were doing. She stumbled across it, and he was listening to her story this entire time, knowing that she stumbled upon things that he had a hand in. Like, he had a hand in those people starving upstairs, and he was dealing with the polars. Like, we found notes from kids that had been captured, and oh my god, okay. I know. I'm sure it must look like that. Like, it must look as if I simply wanted to find out how easy it'd be to get away with this as soon as I realized who you are, but I'm not like that. I know. I did terrible things. We all did. And I'd say I could never forgive myself, but I can. The rules have changed. Everything's changed. Wait, with the Brussels sprouts thing, was Richard the one who tried to take Barney? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Because if Richard tried to take Barney, because that was in Alice's past, if that was Richard, then he would get caught, and then Alice wouldn't have gotten caught for a couple days, or maybe weeks later, until Barney died. So that would make sense. Ooh, interesting. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I gotta remember. I did terrible things. We all did. And I'd say I could never forgive myself, but I can. The rules have changed. Everything's changed. I didn't want those people to die. In my own way, I was trying to help them. It would have helped them. I know you believe that. You do? I just want you to know one thing. What do you think the polars were doing with those people? I know what they were doing with them. They put them to work, but they gave them clothing, shelter, safety. I went there sometimes, and I saw one of the people we'd handed over, and they were happy. Alice, Christ, they were actually happy. Some of them even thanked me. And some of them didn't. No, some of them didn't. Some of them were separated from their families, from their loved ones. But the polars don't hurt them, Alice. They just make them work. They use the sick ones to secure places and zones. They're not a gang of renegade outlaws. They're just people, just families themselves. Men, women, children. People like you, Mark, and Barney. But they're a gang. They kill people. They defend their territory to the death. Think back to when Mark was alive. You lived in a commune, right? With other families? How many times did you kill to protect your own? We never took slaves. We never forced people to stay. And the polars do. And I've been complicit in that. And I lay awake every single night asking myself if I was doing the right thing. And you know what I eventually decided? What's that? There is no right thing anymore. Huh, can agree to that. Listen, Richard. Yeah? Soon we'll go on our own ways. But, shh, no buts. That's the way it has to be. Not now, maybe not for a while, but one day soon. You're going to let me take what I need from your storage, and then you're going to let me go. Okay. But before then, I want you to know one thing. What's that? Huh, I never thought I'd say this. The moment I saw the photograph, when I realized who you were, I wanted to kill you. But then, as time went on, I've appreciated having you around as a friend. I probably don't deserve that. I don't think either of us do. Heh. Can I ask just one more thing? Sure, anything. That day, the day Barney, well, you know. Was it you in the confession booth? Honestly? Honestly. I thought you were making that part up. So it wasn't you. Nope. Thank you. Barney seemed like a lovely boy. I know I only met him briefly. He was. Is there anything else? I don't think so. We should get going. We could sleep here tonight, but the storage vault isn't far. York will be there. Do you think we'll need this gun? I don't know. We might do. Yorkie changed. We all have, I think. It's a dangerous world out there. You never know what people are going to be capable of. You know what, Richard? Sometimes, just sometimes, it feels like this is the way it always was. Like nothing's changed at all. What? What? That's the end of the fucking game? Fuck! Shit, I didn't know this was gonna be the end of the game. Are you kidding me? No, I don't know what happened. Ah. So their stories were obviously crossed. They were happening at the same time. So before Richard got in, he was part of with his friends, and they were doing deals with the Polars, the gang that was in this universe that was doing terrible things to people, and they had people that they were trading. Get down, pup! Trading as cargo. They were trading people as cargo and using them as bargaining chips, and Alice happened to stumble upon the house that they were in while they were doing it, and it happened like all at the same time, where Alice was struggling to keep Barney alive and her alive, and Richard was walking around doing his thing and not really struggling that much at the time. And it turned out that when they were in the church and Barney was starting to get sick, Richard was one of the ones that was with them. Oh, okay. Oh, my camera's gonna die. Okay, hang on. Apparently this game has 5 endings, and I got the first ending, and that's great, and I'm not gonna go into the other ones. We have to do this review really quick because my camera's gonna die, but that is what happened. That is what happened. That is the story, is Richard was part of the gang that was he was holding people as slaves and trading them to the Polars so that they would have kind of a better life. And oh, that is so conflicting, because you have Richard, who was doing kind of well, and Alice, who was struggling the entire time and stumbled upon like the broken remains of what Richard had done before he'd gone to the prison, and she saw the aftermath and how disgusting it was. And all this time he's thinking that it might have been he was doing the right thing, or he was doing something that wasn't terrible. Interesting. Okay, that is very good. Okay, I enjoyed this. So for the story, I'm going to say I enjoyed the story a lot. I got confused because I'd just taken such long pauses between playthroughs, but I enjoyed it a lot. It had really, really good pacing. So it started slow, but it needed to start slow because it was building up to plot lines that were intersecting in ways that you had to kind of piece together in the last half an hour of the game. And I think that's fine. This game was rather short, but I think it's fine that they did it that way. It feels rewarding. It feels good. And to know there's so many different endings, I think it was done really well. The only part that I had problems with was the beginning, probably beginning half an hour, where it was just really boring. Nothing was happening. a lot of idle chit chat, but then you like get to the end and you see maybe Richard knew the entire time who Alice was. Maybe he was manipulating her to figure out what was going on the outside or something like that. Like, that's very interesting. There's a lot of different avenues for it, and I liked it. I enjoyed the story. Graphics were the thing that got me to pick this game, actually. The graphics are so different in this time, and this game might have been made a couple years ago. I think it was made a couple years ago, but even then, it's still different for an RPG Maker kind of game, like RPG Maker-esque kind of game. It wasn't made in that, but it's still a different style. You don't have the pixel sprite, cute figures. You have like the raw, unoutlined figures of people who are just there, and there's nothing, it doesn't look polished, and I feel like it's supposed to look kind of frazzled and kind of unhinged because that's what this story is. They're in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's just really fucked up, and everything looks a little bit askew in it, and I liked the graphics. It's what drew me to it in the first place, so I have no issues with it. I'm always looking for things that are unique, and this actually hit it right on the head for me with how it looks visually. Controls were a little bit iffy. I hated using the mouse to click to go to different areas. I almost wish there would have been arrows to click to move to a different area, just because so many times I was walking back and forth and it was really annoying. But other than that, I had no issues with the controls. The audio was fine. I think there's a lot of Kevin MacLeod in here, and that's fine. It sounds like a lot of stock sounds, but they weren't bad. And damn. Okay. Yes, I should be on the webcam now. I had to shut off my camera because it was about to die. I didn't want to lose all the footage that I had on my camera, and I'll be damned if I let this go without my face, because this was a good game. So now that I'm on webcam, hopefully things look okay. I can't see it, so we're just going to continue with the review. I can't really remember what I was saying, but I do want to go back to the story, because I was rushing a bit because my camera was dying, and I shouldn't have done that. But I want to go back to the story. So you start this game, and you're in like an apocalyptic world where snow just started falling, and it never stopped. It's continually been snowing for years and years and years, and people are being desperate. People are dying, and people are fighting, and there are gangs. There's no government anymore. There's no system of order or anything, and people are just turning into savages. And then you meet Alice and Barney, who are just a mother and son who were living in a commune with other families trying to make it by, who were, I believe, attacked by the Polars. I think that's what happened. I can't remember explicitly if that's what happened, but something happened with them, an altercation which resulted in Alice's husband being killed. And then you meet Richard, who had a hand in the Polar situation, who was one who was helping them in a way. They would capture people, then give them to the Polars, because the Polars promised new life, and they promised them to be safe and have food and shelter, but you see these two people who came from like opposite sides of the same coin, where the Polars are in the middle, and you have one branch of Alice, which could have been anybody's story, but it's Alice. We have one branch that is Alice's story, and the other that's Richard's, where he is more advantageous and he's doing better. And then you have Alice, who's struggled and seen so much hardship and so much pain in this world with losing her husband and then having to kill her son. But then you find out that had Richard have made a different decision in the church that day, he could have taken Barney and given him to the Polars. He easily could have done that. Absolutely easily. Or he could have just killed Barney. So he was there. He was the one that met Barney in the church with the other guy who was kind of unhinged. And it's just so interesting to see how they intertwine and to see kind of darker undertones to Richard's talking to Alice and being so nice to her, just kind of seeing a little bit more of a sinister side to what he was doing. That is so interesting. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The ending felt a little bit abrupt. I'm not sure if I got a good ending, but it felt a little bit cut off. It felt a little bit too sudden, that there was more build-up they were making, and then it just didn't pan out right. But in the end, I am happy. I am happy with how this was. I enjoyed this game. I did not expect us to finish it this quick. So yeah, we're gonna have 2 really long episodes. Overall, I would say I enjoyed it. And I guess there are a lot of different endings. The endings change based on what you do in the game. Apparently you can do things in different ways, and I had no idea. So it is worth buying if you are interested. I think it'd be worth it to find more endings. I would probably wait for a sale, just because it was a good game. It was good, but it didn't blow me out of the water. Anyways, overall, I enjoyed this game, guys. it was pretty nice, pretty good. So please check out the links down in the description down below to Owl Cave and to the Richard and Alice Min website and the Steam store page where you can buy and learn more about this game. I think it's worth looking into if this is something that you're interested in. But yeah, so this is our finale. I didn't know it, you didn't know it, but we have a finale right now. So next Monday we're gonna come out with a brand new game. I have a couple lined up. If you have one you want to throw at me right now, go ahead and throw it at me, and we'll see what I can pull out of my magic hat. But yeah. Let me know what you guys thought about the series down below in the comments, and if you like this video, then leave me a like or maybe a comment somewhere down below, and that is it. So sorry about how jarring this was with the camera switch. I've actually been recording for about an hour and a half, just busting this game out. So, here we go. Have a fantastic day and night out there, wherever you're, ladies and gentlemen, and please stay safe. Much love to your faces. I will see you guys in the next video.